aboard. I'm Michelle, and today we're doing a gentle recovery practice for after or during a red eye or overnight flight. Whether you've just arrived at your destination or just woke up from a nap against your armrest and maybe your neighbor, if you're feeling creaky or swollen, this is the practice for you. Today, we're not trying to do anything intense. We're simply helping the body feel a little more human again. Maybe a little more awake, a little more connected to yourself. And if you're still half asleep during this practice, that's understandable too. So take a comfortable or as comfortable as you can get standing or seated position. Notice your feet connecting to the floor and take a slow inhale and an easy exhale. Sometimes after and during travel, the nervous system feels slightly disoriented. You might be in different time zones, different lighting, different routines, different humidity levels. So before we start moving, we're just helping the body land a little bit. Now take another easy breath here. Maybe softening the jaw, relaxing the shoulders, and let yourself arrive wherever you are. Great. Now we'll take a little neck release. Drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. No pulling, no forcing. Just allow a little stretch through the side of the neck. If you slept sitting upright on the flight, there's a very good chance that your neck has opinions today. Take another breath here and slowly lift the head. Great job. Other side. Left ear to left shoulder. Maybe you notice that one side feels dramatically tighter. This side feels a lot tighter for me. That's very normal after travel, especially after trying to sleep in unusual positions. Great. Now one more breath here. And back to center. Begin rolling the shoulders forward a few times. And then back. Notice if your default was to move quickly. See if you can slow it down. Travel posture tends to compress everything inward. Our shoulders get rounded, our head and our neck move forward, our neck gets stiff. So we're just creating a little more room for the breath and the upper back here. Great. Now pull the shoulders up to the ears and pause at the top. Great. And now let the shoulders soften downward again. Now, whichever direction felt stickier for you, take a few slow circles here. Great. Now bring the hands out in front of you and begin circling through the wrists. A few circles one direction, then the other. Spread the fingers wide, soften them again. Our bodies often become surprisingly tense while traveling without us even realizing it. You can interlace the fingers to create a gentle wave motion through the wrist. Other direction, great. Try out a little finger wave or two. Press the palms together to stretch out the wrist. And press the backs of the hands together to stretch out the other side, keeping everything soft. Now we're going to take a side stretch, and this may look a little different depending on where you are. If you're still in an airplane seat, this is not permission to violate anyone's personal space. So if you don't know your neighbor, don't touch your neighbor. So be aware of your surroundings and choose which option works best for you. Hands can stay resting on the thighs if seated. If you're standing and you have the space, you can reach one arm overhead and lean gently to the side. If you don't got the space to reach up, you can just leave your hands resting on your side as you're creating space in the right side, bringing the bottom of the right ribs away from the right waist, and then compressing on the left side. Sometimes after long flights, the whole side body feels compressed. especially if you spent 6 hours folded towards one armrest. Great, take one more breath here and slowly come back through center. Other side, no need to stretch deeply. We're just gently creating a little space again. Good. One more breath here and back up to a nice tall seat. Bring the hands onto the thighs, hinge slightly forward with a long spine. Maybe notice the backs of the legs waking up. If you're taller than me, your head might be pretty close to your seat back in front of you now. If you have the space, allow the spine to round and the head to soften downwards. So to do this in a compressed space, you can imagine that there's a little string attached to the middle of your back between your shoulder blades. And imagine somebody's pulling it back. So arch the spine and then allow the head to drop down, chin towards the chest. Depending on how much space you have, both in your body and in your environment, you might lean a little bit further forward here and let the head hang heavy. Great. Inhale, come right back up. No need to rush. Now we'll take a little gentle twist. Same thing here. If you're still on the airplane, be mindful of your surroundings and your neighbors. Right hand can come to the left knee or the left hip, and we'll gently twist. Nothing aggressive here. We're just allowing a little movement through the spine and the ribs. Travel can really make the body feel stuck in one position, so even simple rotation can be surprisingly relieving. Take one more breath here. Slowly switch sides. Moving gently, no forcing here. Remember, if you have a neighbor, we're not staring them down. Great. And come back to center. So if you have space for this, we're going to shift one leg and cross the opposite ankle over the knee, if that's available. So your hips might feel pretty stiff. If you have enough leg room, this can feel really nice. If you're still in a crowded space, we're simply going to step one foot back and the other foot slightly forward, and then we'll lean forward to stretch through the outer hip. You don't need any perfect version, but long periods of sitting tend to make the hips feel compressed and sleepy, so we're just introducing some different movement here. Great. Take another breath and switch sides. So if you've got the space, now left ankle comes over the left knee, stretching out the hip. And if you don't have the space, left foot comes a little bit forward and the right foot comes a little back, and we hinge forward. Great. One more breath here. Bring it back to a nice tall seat. Or if you have the room to stand, you can do this on your feet as well. We're going to go into some calf raises. Just lift the heels slowly and lower them back down. And again. You may feel circulation starting to wake up in the legs. Flights and other long sitting periods can leave the lower body feeling heavy or swollen from sitting so long. Or if you slept in an interesting position, maybe you're working through some pins and needles sensations. A few more slow repetitions here. Nothing rushed. Once the legs feel more awake, let the heels come back to the floor and lift one foot slightly and begin circling through the ankle. A few circles in one direction and then reverse. Travel days often feel the ankles feeling stiff or swollen too, especially after sitting for long stretches. Switch sides whenever you're ready. Noticing if your tendency was to move quickly, and see if you can slow that down. Go in both directions. Great. Now bring both feet back to the floor and begin marching slowly in place. This is also something you can do by walking from your seat to the restroom or walking up and down the aisle if you have the opportunity and the seatbelt sign is off. Nothing fancy. We're just reminding the hips and the legs and the hip flexors that they still know how to move. If you're up walking, maybe allow the arms to swing naturally. You can do a little yoga for the brain here if you're sitting, and cross one hand as you lift the opposite leg. The body often feels disconnected after overnight travel. So this is less about exercise and more about just reconnecting to yourself a little bit. A few more slow marches here, breathing steadily. Great. Now come back to standing or a comfortable seat, as comfortable as you can find, and take a slow inhale. And a long, easy exhale. And take a moment to notice. Maybe the body feels a little more awake now. Maybe the joints feel warmer, or maybe simply more awareness than when we started. Take one more inhale, allowing the face to soften, the body to settle. And take a moment to thank yourself for showing up today. That's the end of our practice. Great work today. Thank you for sharing a part of your day with me. I'll see you next time.